2023 NRL pre-season has kicked us off at 5 p.m. Boys, I'm back. I'm back pre-season time. Pre-season of the year. Can't wait to see the Warriors in action. So make sure to subscribe and leave a like, you know. I can't wait. I got forward to games to live stream. Tomorrow I'll be live streaming the Rovers and the Seagulls. I forgot that other game I'll be live streaming, but one game I'll be live streaming this weekend is 100% is the Division All Stars match. I'm going for Muddy All Stars, you know. You know, the boys. But yeah,
he's a great runner of the footy. He reminds me of the young Dragons player that went to the English Super League, Jay Field. Very quick, and last time I saw Luke Metcalf, he's come from Cronulla Super League, and when he played in the Lions, and he was outstanding. Very good in the Lions, yeah. He'll have to be good in the 13-man to break into this side. And, you know, maybe move Sean Johnson out. He's one to watch tonight and keep an eye on him throughout the rest of the season. Luke Metcalf, he's got a huge year ahead of him now. We'll talk to Tim Sheens next. But Monday from 9 a.m, the Eagles and the Chiefs play for the Super Bowl right here on Foxtel through ESPN. That's 9 a.m. Monday, Super Bowl.
So I can't wait to see how the Warriors play the West Tigers in this trial match. I don't really care who wins, but I would like the Warriors to win in the pre-season match. So yeah. Yo, let me try this shit one. Denied.
I'm telling you, we don't need 6 days involved. Alright.
Still one sit.
Lock and ride. Make club betting look easy with sports-based bet with mates. Start a group and build a multi together. Only with Sportsbet.
You know the score. Stay in control. Gamble responsibly.
No, you don't. You dumb on. You said no. Oh, that's it. What? I'm not black. And I said.
The world's most powerful pickup joining the range.
You look for
and everything else.
Which way? The Warriors.
Money man doesn't make any sense and show for years.
You wouldn't have to wait long to make your bigger thing happen. Whether it's our 2-hour click and collect, same-day delivery, or free next-day metro delivery, make bigger things happen for low prices.
This is Mike and Lola making the drive home in their T-Roc extra comfortable. And this is them wishing they could have done that sooner. From the Volkswagen SUV range. Isn't it time you SUV
Works that.
Juicy 100% Aussie chicken, a fine, crispy, chili-loaded coating, but with creamy mayo, fresh tomato, and cheese. Looks spicy deluxe. Looks like hot, just not fancy.
1 or 2?
Harvey Norman, your connected home destination. Is your home or business protected? With great deals on smart security, now's the time to see
experts at Harvey Norman. The Google Nest Cam 3-pack for indoor or outdoor use, only $899. The Swan All-Secure 650 wireless security kit. Everything you need to secure your home, $1,099.
Can't wait, Dad.
Or get a great
Huh?
deal on the Allo Ultra 2
Can't wait for
camera
I can't wait for it to
system with
start.
4K video resolution and
Jealous?
night vision. Harvey Norman, your connected home
What?
destination.
Huh? What time are you gonna be home then?
Hotel Portofino begins Sunday 8:30 on Fox Showcase or watch on demand.
Islam Makhachev, that dude is on another level.
This guy's an absolute bear. Outstanding wrestler. Unbelievable top pressure. Submission skills. And so dominant.
You suck.
Missions in the history of sport.
Dad, you suck. You actually do.
All my life, I trained for this belt.
That's the best lightweight in the world.
My dream now is become #1 pound for pound king.
Now is our plan.
How many Warriors games have you been to then? Huh?
2022 was massive.
What was your first ever one you went to?
Pound for pound number one.
What was the first ever one you went to?
First one.
Yeah. Huh?
Okay, running went to win their first drink.
Didn't think that could be topped, but
Who won that
I
one?
want to be the world champ.
How much
I want
points?
to take out guys that
That was so
leave
second long ago.
I should be fighting. This is going to be the defining year of my legacy.
Recognizing this is number 1 and number 2 pound-for-pound best in the sport. This could not be a better fight.
The lightweight on the line, pound number 1 on the line. Let's do it. Alexander Volkanovski trying to take the lightweight belt on home soil.
I'm very much ready. I'm going to defend that belt.
Fight for a title here in Australia.
He has 0 claim to the
Warriors are one of the best things there. No power!
Time to shine and become the world champion.
You dumb bitch. Bro,
I will be victorious and I will win.
here right now. Here up. Up. Hey, Bella. Hey, Bella. Sit. Haha, Dad, are you jealous? Dad, look. Haha.
Yes, this is going to be huge. Sunday, history will be made when the UFC returns to Perth. Live on Main Event, former rugby league player Alex Volkanovski fights to become Australia's first ever double champ. Go to mainevent.com.au now to order UFC 284. Now to New Zealand, and the West Tigers, the new West Tigers coach is standing by.
Well, it's in perfect conditions for a trial match. What would be the perfect
Yeah, he looks so old.
Of course. No, good performance. We're looking for, so they're young, like the Warrior boys. First trial, 12 weeks of hard work. So just get a bit of reward and play well.
I heard the young
That coach
guys
looks
expressed
old.
us with a date fan, they're very
That new
excited.
coach looks
Who watch out
old.
for tonight?
Look, I'm not having really, throwing one guy out there. I just hope as a team that they put it together. We've got 23 players, so we're going to manage that as well. Try and give them all some time. But I'm hoping to see you guys lead, Stefano as well.
Are you having
Phil Poland and so on, and
Yeah,
the blokes will follow.
Well, it's a team that has the only
Yeah.
team in the NRL that is giving a home game away to come here and play at FMG Stadium later in the year. Very grateful, but why?
That's an administrative thing. As a coach, I might not have been keen to do that.
Sit.
Look, it's, the club has its reasons, it's
No, she's not.
Don't tell him to do shit all the time. There is the new West Tigers coach, Tim Sheens. He returns, and Gordon Cull's still not here. The delayed flight because of the weather here in Sydney. He should come through the coverage hopefully sooner rather than later. But Brandy, big job for him. He's come back to the club. Huge expectation, pressure. He's won a premiership there. Benji jumps on board with him. thoughts on Tim and how he's going? See, I liked it. The moment they said Tim Sheens with Benji Marshall, I thought that's a good thing. It's something different. I just, they've gone through plenty of coaches. How many coaches have they gone through over the last decade? They've just thrown aside. They've had a couple of years. They haven't succeeded, so they've moved on and tried someone else. I don't mind what they're doing. It's a little bit different, but you can't do any, you can't do worse. So Tim Sheens is a quality coach, quality man. Benji Marshall has a great rugby league brain. So I really do think the Tigers, with the players that they've signed, will have a good season. Whether that's good enough for them to, and certainly get them off the bottom of the far up, I'm not sure. Can they make the 8?
You jealous, aren't you?
But it'll be a massive improvement.
You jealous? What? No, because the footy's on and you can't watch TV, sucker. You can't watch TV.
On the front foot, they ran a dummy half, they use their hands,
No one cares about your TV.
Everything was about scoring points. And then as the season, in 2005, as the season rolled on, all of a sudden, the confidence they had with the football fell back into their defence. And then all of a sudden, they knew that they could stop the tries, but they could also score them. You can't play the game.
This is bullshit.
So the defence has got to be there. But I think they have the
This is bullshit.
A
couple of the pen players gone to West Tigers.
So I think a lot can flow off Appy. They've got a couple of good back rowers. I think Bateman's a great signing when he finally does arrive. So I think there's some good signs. Plus some players coming back. North Lima will come back. Tommy Talau will come back. They'll add some strength out wide and some speed and some tackle breakers. So
look, they're all in the right areas, haven't they? If you think about it, the forward pack's so important in the modern game, but also the nine. You've got to be quick out of dummy half, you've got to win the ruck speed, then you've got to capitalise off the back of it, which Coruscant does better than anyone. So they've really, I suppose, zoomed in on where they needed to improve, and off the back of that you've got Brooks and
be careful.
Take care of business. But it's an area that they've had to be better at, is the ruck, getting their pack. Are you happy with the?
Well, if there's no threat out of dummy half, that puts enormous pressure on the
Be
half.
careful.
So
Be careful.
Appy might help the Hooks and do.
Come and get it.
There's fullback spot.
Are you doing 2 for me?
Staines will have a go tonight.
I said I want 2.
Warriors there. And as I said, the outside backs, Tommy Talau didn't play last year. Quick, skillful, powerful, North Melbourne, head on straight. They want him back, they got him back. So
No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. Shut the hell up, bitch.
They have their strength.
You're sorry, Lord, ask
I
again.
think he comes into the team, so he's obviously not playing tonight. He still strengthens their back row and their pack, and it's going to be exciting for fans to see how these two go.
Papali'i had 2 incredible seasons at Parramatta. From what he was at the Warriors to what he showed us at Parramatta, he became, and he was a consistent performer too. Week in, week out, he would do the same thing for years. And powerful, ability to break the line. And it was really the best back rowers in the comp for the last couple of years have been Kick Out and that man there, Papali'i. So it's a great signing. I know there was a bit of conjecture about whether he was going to move to the Tigers or not, but that's all forgotten about now. Once he pulls the jersey on, he's a Tiger, and that will help them improve, no doubt.
Yep, some key signings there for the West Tigers. A big pre-season for them. They're taking on the New Zealand Warriors, and kick-off will be after the break.
So fucking up. Say it with me, Dan. See fucking up.
What are you saying to me? Log up.
See fucking up. Go the Warriors. Who will be kicking their ass. What the hell? Don't mind then. No!
Yes, you got 1, 2, Right.
Harvey
Hey!
Destination for the new Samsung
Hey!
23 series.
Oh!
Pre-order the new Galaxy S23 series and receive bonus double storage plus bonus gift card. That's right, pre-order the Galaxy S23 and receive a bonus $100 gift card. Or the S23 Plus with bonus
Yes, you do! You're not wicked. You did. No, he was about to.
Galaxy S23 Ultra and get a $250 gift card. Hurry, offer ends February 16. Pre-order now at Harvey Norman.
You stupid dog.
The new Carolina
You can't have the No, you can't have the Huh? What, you on a bet? You on a bet? I'm sorry! Dad. I'm not using that PlayStation. Dad. Dad, I'm not using that PlayStation. That's Paige's PlayStation, the white one. I have the black one on. Hey, not again!
It's fair to say, life has changed a bit recently. Most of us have found a bit more freedom, a bit more time for ourselves, a better balance of work and play. Because the one thing we've all learned from this unique time of life is to live. So some demands and a new ex.
Well, I'm getting ready now. I'm warming up.
Win an unbeatable sporting experience with Shell.
I'll give you a towel.
20 grand in travel and
Don't worry, it's
to share with 3 friends. Visit the website now.
The new Carolina Whopper is now at Hungry Jack's. Bacon, tangy Carolina barbecue sauce, and crispy onions. Or try Carolina Jack's fried chicken. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Fun runs.
Oh, you didn't know that, is it?
Not a marathon,
He's white.
not a half marathon, but a run
Well, he's a
for
cat.
fun. It's not about winning, it's about having fun
I am not.
until the end.
What's your name? Dog. Dog.
When you realise
Dog. Dog. you just do that. Yeah.
great taste, low carb, how good.
You go to strip club and do it.
Thousands of years we've celebrated our culture. Now we come together to share the pride.
Oh, 4 minutes to go.
Harvey Norman All-Stars.
The great celebration of two cultures in a great game of rugby league. What a try!
It's thousands of years of real, which makes this one day so unreal. NRL, Harvey Norman All-Stars, unreal.
Woo! 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 Echa, lads, echa, bella. Oh my. Oh yeah.
Respect you. We're getting along on our big contact, right? You look at that, get paid for each work and our skill execution on the lane.
My boys make major moves. Still the same ones I came with. I'm in a payment. Told you we ain't for the payment. There's some things unchangeable. And my thirst insatiable. Tell me on big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Face on my thirst on big time. Tell me my phone's unshakable.
Yeah.
Neighbours don't want to come here.
I can't go in the shed.
I'm not joking. The neighbours on the TV, yeah. I'm pretty sure they all watch their own TVs quietly. So I had the fucking next to them and go, woo, 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 on the fucking phone. Hey, you have yours, Carl?
Little squares. It's cool.
Yes, it's only 84 days since the Kangaroos won the World Cup, a big time rugby league return to the Fox League with Game 1 of the pre-season challenge coming to you live from Now Smart Stadium in Auckland. The Warriors are at home with the Tigers. Two teams looking for a big improvement in 2023. After popping up the last season. High point, Warren Smith and Michael Leonard. This party started big for a new season. There's always so much hope, so much anticipation for all the clubs. And this time of year, the Warriors, led out by Buddy Afoa, hit the field here at Mount Smart. A bunch of young players on display tonight as well, trying to impress a couple of new coaches. They get a great chance here this evening.
Yeah, good afternoon, Warren. Exciting times for the Warriors to be back at home for a full regular season. We see Tomato Martin there. There's been a number of signings for both these clubs, so plenty of optimism, an opportunity to right some wrongs of what was a disappointing campaign for both sides last year. You're right, so many changes, not just in the squad, but in amongst the coaching staff. So much to look forward to, and you're right, this time of year, fans just engaged and looking to see that next young superstar jump out of the ground for their club. We get an opportunity to see some this evening.
And we get to see Belinda Sharp in action for the first time as far as the NRL pre-season challenge is concerned. And there's money up for grabs.
Yeah.
In February with $100,000 being supplied by the NRL for the team that comes out with the most points. So we'll take you through that system. If you're not across it, we're back underway live here in 2023 on Fox League as the Warriors to get things underway. And there's Bunty Afoa who will work it out here, met by a handful of Tigers, including Alex Safard, wearing jumper 20.
Yeah, go Warriors!
Starting side of the late change.
Kick the lazy asses.
Darcy James coming off the bench for the visitors here today. Many new names, many unfamiliar names in both sides. We'll try and fill you in on their background as the game goes on. Freddie Larsick, though, familiar face at dummy half. As the Warriors take it on their own 30. Jackson Ford, the former Dragon. And it's just short of the 40 here as he stops playing it for Larsick. Goes to that right-hand side. Good opening set by the Warriors. Simpkin there to tackle with some help from Justin Matabua for the Tigers. Goes back here. The look back now for former Sharp. The speedster that he is getting a chance. Starting side today in the 5'8" role on that right-hand side. Tomato Martin, the left playing halfback. And he's an exciting prospect. Here's Luke Metcalf, the 23-year-old.
Yeah, really excited to see what young Metcalf can bring. There's a lot of excitement in the Warriors half. Sean Johnson obviously not there this evening, but Tomato Martin back there, but Metcalf, he's electric. We've seen that previously. He's been a star for Newtown in recent seasons, biding his time at the Cronulla Sharks, and he's headed across the ditch as we see it offload now. Simpkin.
Forms Ferrari, no less. Charlie Staines playing the fullback role. There he is at dummy half. The Tigers come through. Brandon Wakeham, a recent addition for the Tigers from the Bulldogs, maybe a couple of weeks ago. We could back up value for Tim Sheens in 2023. You would imagine a Simpkin Brothers here. It'll bounce down to Tames Pinky, who will bring it back and play a 10 out from the Warriors line.
Now, exciting talent, Pinky from the Burleigh Bears. Exceptional last year in the Queensland Cup competition, as we see an error now from the Warriors and a good start defensively from the Tim Sheens West Tigers. Good to see Tommy Talau as well throughout that previous set. It's been a wretched couple of seasons for Tommy, and there's the error from the Warriors. Metcalf swooped, but Belinda Sharp having none of it. Edward Corsi it was that came up with the error. And the Tigers now with a really good opportunity. Will we see a Tim Sheens attacking scrum play straight off the bat, Warren?
That would really be something because it's renowned for them, of course. And there's so much hope from Tigers fans in particular. The attack would really be something to watch in 2023 with Benji Marsh and Robbie Farrer, of course, the assistant coaches as well. A short side race here, the back of the scrum. Handed on to Junior Tupou. Something there straight away for the Tigers fans. Off the scrum win through the hands of Riley. Comes back here to Safard. Working back from a pectoral muscle surgical repair job at the back end of 2022. Here is Uta Ikamanu, speaking of injuries. And that wrist problem in just the last couple of months of the season for the Tigers. Simpkin from dummy half. Comes across to Wakeham. Here is Staines. Well met there by Braden Williami, who got up quickly. Shut the door on the Tigers fullback, and they take him back just outside the 10. Couple of plays remain in this set. First chance for the Tigers, an attack Little Benji Marshall look there from Waken. Hands go to the left-hand side, put down by Tupou. And the ending didn't really match the build.
Yeah, they won't be happy with that, the Tigers. A lot of breakdown in communication, a lot of new combinations, but it's been Justin Matamua, the ball playing number 13 through the middle. You can see he just doesn't play early enough there to Tristan Riley, who was under pressure straight away. Just needed to hold on to the pass there, Riley, and Comics Medicine and Junior Tupou in the end, unable to hang on to the footy. The Warriors now, positive defensive start from them. Montoya carries hard, and they look to get out of trouble now through Cossie.
New coach, of course, he played tonight, watching from the, just nervously from the grandstands. Tim Sheens, good tackle there by Tristan Riley. From the New South Wales Rugby Waratah, good solid shot. Ali here will bring it back almost to the 40-metre line. He plays it for Lussick. This left edge. Back end on the set. Who's doing the kicking honours? It's Martin here. There's a lot one in behind the line coming across. They play there for Staines. Good set for the Warriors from their own end. And a nice finish by that man who was a breath of fresh air. He got the shot, of course, take over fullback last year at the Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah, very exciting to see playing for the New Zealand Warriors. I thought he was tremendous at times for the Broncos last year when he moved in to that fullback position. There was no surprise that it unlocked their attack, and they went on a great winning streak for a period of time there. Playing in the halves tonight, Martin, just a wonderful ball player, and he's showing great class early in this contest too.
Tigers roll up their sleeves at their 20, and it's Simpkin in a solid tackle. Comes back to Uto Ikamanu, fresh and injury-free. He promises to be anything in the front row. So many good sides from him early after moving from the Eagles to the Tigers, but a wretched run with injury last season, knee issues and that wrist problem, which that's how he sees it prematurely. Matamua comes across here to Safar, playing through the middle, as you'd expect, at the halfway line. We'll play it for Simpkin. Comes back to Wakem, who did well. What a great pass from Simpkin there. The kick, though, isn't his best. Goes out on the full. He was not no favours by the poor service from Simpkin at dummy half.
Yeah, just watching young Justin Matamua, a lot of raps coming out of the West Tigers on him, and at the moment he's playing the distributing role. I'd like to see him carry. He's a powerful man, and at the moment just the back end of that set, they lost their momentum. He had a chance to carry the footy, he opted to pass, and on the back of a slow play, the ball would put Wakem under pressure on that final play. Not great execution from Brandon Wakem, that's come across from the Bulldogs to the Tigers late in pre-season.
Chance for the Warriors, the first time of this.
Oh yeah. Let's get Justin started.
Stays inside the sideline. Grab there, Staines drags him.
That's the penalty, surely. Yep.
That'll be a penalty. The second effort there by the Tigers fullback.
I thought he was one of the best last year for the Warriors, Marcelo Montoya. An opportunity to go across to New Zealand and play. He's had 90 NRL games of experience now, and I thought he was very, very consistent.
Oh yeah.
You said here, underneath the uprights, Seagull playing at the 29-year-old, getting a chance here.
He's been strong,
It's close as well, only a metre away as he plays it for us.
Oh.
Through the hands there, Metcalf, and hung on to it, but only just. In the end, it was Telopiki who suffered that from in the deck, being a knock-on. It's only again. Playing here through Lussick. Goes to Metcalf, cut out ball, good hands.
No, come on.
Not quite a clean passage. Wakem was there and covered it. If Anthony takes that pass, he scores in the corner.
Jeez, I've come out of the blocks early, put the mock on him. That's gone straight through the block from Marcelo Montoya. He was thinking an early try. Nice work from Metcalf. Saw the team on the outside from Toyo and a lovely lofted ball. Got them on the outside for the attacking raid. Willie Army's had a nice start to the game.
New season, new players, nice to know the commentators' curse is still infallible. 8 minutes in, that's handy.
Good start.
Good first touch.
Come on.
There it is. The Tigers working away. Playing it there.
Oh, hell no.
His feet playing for Simpkin. Comes through Riley taking the mind himself. encouraging. It's on his own territory. Doing some hard yards, rolling up the sleeves. And with rather Montana trying to get rid of it. He's put it down though. Eventually a couple of times, been a right opening from him. At the moment there, he would like that. And the Warriors to get possession here. Pretty good attacking position.
Yeah, he's just trying a little hard at the moment. Natamua, first opportunity to impress the new coach, and no doubt spent all summer as that ball playing number 13, and he's just losing his focus at the moment in terms of that power carry that they needed that part of it. For an unnecessary offload. Here's Edward Cossey again. He's been strong carrying the football.
It's a good call for the sharp referee. Good step there by Viliami Violia. Jaw last year was costing plenty of game time, and now through Metcalf. Forward is there. Martin goes one.
Oh, there we go.
Once again, Wakeman.
Yes! Yes!
And Marcelo Montoya opens the scoring for the Warriors.
And I believe it's
Troubling this right-hand side of the Tigers early in the contest. That's twice now that Montoya's had an opportunity to score. The last one just slipped straight through the gloves, and this time Montoya off the left foot, just too strong close to the line, but it's the work on the inside here. Nice work from Metcalf and a fire. And beautiful ball there from Tomato Martin. The cut-out pass right across the face of some of the Warriors.
I don't want that
thing to get the lap of Montoya. Look at this. Talau caught in field.
I don't want that to be
No, it's part of the action.
And it was Montoya.
Can either be off.
Quick way
I don't know how to go.
gets the footy down, gets the Warriors on the board. What to like from the home?
Oh, I think. Oh, I went to HDMI to. Can you help me back up?
I don't know how to fucking hook it up.
Three games
No, just leave
in
this.
his NRL coaching career.
Can you get paid? No, it'd be something goes wrong, you're going to be the first one to have a fucking cry about
He's now
it. Just
full-time
leave
for the
it.
first time in his career, 41-year-old. And the attack
It makes no fucking difference.
It does, it's distracting.
in particular. Cut out balls and had the Tigers scrambling on both occasions.
Yeah, he's very good at that decision making on the tail of those set pieces. Tomato Martin, we saw it, and that was why Kevin Walters played him at fullback last year, and already showing his class.
Metcalf drags that one to the left-hand side. It'll stay at 4 points nil, but Marcelo Montoya has the opening try for the Warriors in 2023. Of course, score 5 tries in a game, you get a bonus point. If you make some 5 line breaks or more, you get a bonus point as well. 10 offloads get you a bonus point in this system where a win will get you 12 points in the pre-season challenge. 6 points for a draw, none for a loss, and there are the bonus points. 5 plus tries, 5 or more line breaks, 10 plus offloads. You finish up with 15 points total, 9 for a draw potentially. Despite losing, pick up a few points, depending on how many tries. I'll tell you what, if you score 5 tries plus and lose, try scored by Montoya. The player penalised there by, I believe, the Sharp, and the Warriors will come back at the Tigers once again. Take it forward here.
Oh, what is everybody? 32 minutes in, the Warriors have 4 points now. I think it'll be a high score again for the Warriors. So yeah. Alright.
Here's plenty of full. The skipper tonight for the Warriors.
Oh, there we go. Warriors are looking for number 2.
Close range, Metcalf. Martin once again, what a great ball.
Oh, back to back. Oh, so close.
Trying to get in the corner, cleaned up this time, coming across Tommy Talau was there to stop his progress.
Look at the
Here's
Warriors.
Martin, little right foot, left foot step. Shaking play close to the line, plays it quickly. Williams.
Yes!
Jackson
Yes!
and the ball
shit. Yeah.
They're 2 for 2 from inside the 20.
Woo!
And Jackson coordinates at 8 points to 0.
Yeah, possession's king at this time of the year, and the Tigers will be disappointed. Yardage penalty and gave the Warriors an opportunity to get straight back down attacking their line. I'm liking what I've seen from Webster and his coaching already, seeing the freedom in which Metcalf and Tomato Martin are able to run around the field and combine together. And this time it was on the back of a great play the ball from Tomato Martin, who's had a great start. Willie Army, the experience of great Willie Army. And that combination, that Dragons combination with Young Ford out on that left edge. And he strolls over untouched. That left edge of the Warriors looking sharp early.
Right at the Warriors, of course, Ben Murdoch Masilla headed to the Dragons in 2023. Ford going to New Zealand to link with the Warriors. Good flat ball there from Willie Army and dummy half after those beautiful hands to not knock on the previous play. And then Ford hitting a hole from close range. Good signs for the Warriors in attack. Worrying signs, I guess, for David Furner, the new defensive coach and assistant coach to Tim Sheens for the time.
Yeah, play the ball just too quick. It was a great play the ball from Martin. Willie Army summed it up perfectly, but even though they were unable to get back on side, they needed to get some bodies in front. And unfortunately, the Tigers on the try line just didn't get their body in front of Ford. You have to. You just simply have to. And Metcalf now with a relatively easy conversion and throws it over, and it's a 10-0 lead early for the Warriors.
They finished in 15th place in 2022. The Tigers, of course, were in 16th with Wooden Spooners. Their attack last year, the Warriors, they finished in 13th as far as the rankings are concerned, scoring just 17 points per game. Good signs already given what we've seen here.
Look, I think for the West Tigers fans, they've got so much class to come back into this side. Coruscant, and obviously the huge signing of John Bateman in recent weeks, Isaiah Papali'i. There's some big names that aren't playing there tonight. David Clemmer signed over the summer. But at the moment, the young stars, you can just see the difference with the experience in this Warriors side. They've really stepped up early, and the young Tigers, well, they need to go with them.
Ali again with a good carry, playing it at the 20.
But good, hasn't he? Ali, he's had a really good start.
The numbers himself, speaking of numbers, as we were a moment ago, last second again, at a dummy half swing. Can you get going if he senses there's a chance there? And the marker's quite on the job with the hands there of Michael Seal. Keeps it going at Metcalf. He had defenseman left-hand side under pressure at Toomuth, who did well to make a legs tackle. And they're just inside the 40-metre line once again. Play it there through Timopiki, and Metcalf puts it high in the air. Some pressure here on Tupou. Makes the catch, ducks under the advancing Edward Kosi there. The Tigers trying to work it away now without a mistake, as they made on the previous set. You've seen them pretty much concede back-to-back tries.
You'd imagine that Andrew Webster will give Sean Johnson, just out of his experience and the respect in terms of what he carries at the Warriors, the first opportunity in the half. But what he wanted from a trial period and from this pre-season tournament was for guys like young Metcalf to put some lead on Johnson, to put some real pressure on. It's been a great start for Metcalf. He's been busy, he's looked after the physicality, he's been looking to run the footy, and a great kick on the end of that last set. Disappointing now, penalty for the Tigers. But it's been a good start from young Luke Metcalf getting his opportunity with the Warriors this season.
Tigers have picked up plenty of metres here on the kick for line as well. Have them on the attack. Inside the 20, right from the get-go. Waken through Simpkin. Comes it to Ekamanu. Last hit went low. Bounce back to his feet for a moment there. I thought he might have had an issue, but he's okay. Simpkins flat. Goes to Safer. Lussick is there. He's okay. Former Rooster. Simpkin. Good hands by Uza Ikamanu. Waken keeps it going. Stays for Talau. 17 months out of the top flight. The ACL back in 2021. Didn't play a game at all last season. Stuff.
Confirming that there's a Tigers player offside, please.
Again, it's Matamua ball playing, and he hasn't found his target through the middle. Wakeham, he goes from right to left, tries to square up a fraction and finds Matamua. Now he just goes to quick catch and pass to try and find Seafarm, so this doesn't hit the mark. Now kick there from Leah into the head.
Restarting the tackle count. He hits the Tigers player in the head.
Tough one for Brendan Toomuth there, and then saw Seafarm was in front.
Otherwise, Tigers player is in front of him and plays at the ball.
Certainly involved, but obviously it was
in an offside position.
Seafarm. Tough break there for the Tigers, and also for Brendan Toomuth, who wore it as flush as you'll see. Welcome to 2023, Brendan.
That in here. Yeah, at the moment they're looking a little pass happy, the Tigers. Going side to side, very lateral, without a lot of direct power running. Play the ball smooth to move the ball. And in the end, a misdirected pass again leads to an error. Metcalf finds touch. Up towards the 40-metre line.
They survived that foray from the Tigers inside the red zone, moving back out towards halfway line. Seal. But he early carries through that part of the field, looking forward here, dragging defenders with him, including Ikamara, who's classic. Jumps to his feet. Late, tipping it on there was Metcalf. Giuliani. Comes up and knocks down to Martin. On as far as the referee is concerned, nothing doing there illegally. Classic. Play the ball. Leg goes through the hands of Metcalf. On that right hand side. So the Cool will play it there, and now a kick from Metcalf into space. Staines waiting. Well, he showed plenty of poise, didn't he? Could have easily played it back, but let it bounce one more time. And the Tigers will bring it back out to their own 20.
Yeah, unlucky bounce there for young Metcalf, who's been tremendous. Violette charging through on Staines. He did well, showed great patience, didn't he? And it was enough for the ball, triple dead. 7 tackle set now for the Tigers. And a penalty, that's going to help too.
Here we are, not quite halfway through this opening half. Plenty of players on each bench, 24 in total. This team tonight, you wonder how long it'll be for Andrew Webster, Tim Sheen, respectively, go to their bench and check some of the young players they have waiting on the line here tonight. At Matt Smart Stadium, the Warriors 10, Tigers 0. Simpson waits at dummy half. Shows it back on the inside. Going to Riley, who's not sharp as anybody in the Tigers attacking unit here tonight. Simpson waits as Toomuth will play it just outside the 10. Goes from Matamua. Bypasses good to Ikamadu. Wakeham stopping on his run, doing the outside. Riley. Rugby 7 star, as we said, for seasons with the Waratahs. Super Rugby. Seafarm still going. Stopped only just. The ball came down on the line.
He's confident.
And if he wasn't held, this will be a try.
Yeah, he was confident. It was a power run. And good to see from Seafarm. Oh, she's called help. Melinda Sharp, the referee, so he's going back to the spot.
Simpson running. Good. Ikamadu was there coming across. Picky was there, and he forces the ball. It'll be a restart through a goal line dropout by the Warriors. What a run it was before the grubber by Simpson by Alex Seafarm.
Yeah. I like Seafarm. Whenever he's come into the Tigers side, he's been aggressive. He's like to look for work, and he doesn't shoot physical stuff. He's been busy again, leading from the front. So to this man, Utu Yamano, looks fit, looks set for another great year. Such a wonderful talent.
Fingers crossed for him after injury worries his hand. And Simpson plays it here, 20 metres out. Staines gets the dummy half. Riley goes to Toomuth on that left edge. Stopped by Metcalf, tracking in with him along with Vlasic. They've used up 3. Simpson at first receiver. Seafarm goes out to that. Wakeham had to wait for it. A kick comes off Martin. Sits up there for Tommy Talau, who Cleans it up, right by Martin. Restarting on the tackle count, probably 4 for the Tigers. Well, that will work it down here within 10, and they have one more. Set deep on that left-hand side. Second from dummy half, the head fake Staines, Grubbers, and no look, just a bit too big.
Hits the fence.
It's a big one, given his issues, and only played for 17 months. Collide here for barriers, he's okay. Feed to the ball, though. That could be said, though, on the
Been impressed with Staines. Warren, he's been looking to inject himself. He's been busy around the ruck. How openly said that he wants to play in the fullback position. He's had to buy his time, and Header's playing on the wing when he's got opportunity. It's a nice moment. Charlie Staines, that kick just a little long, but good to see him bowling. It's a strong carry here through the middle.
Zion Mayu, who takes it down, just outside the 30. Ben carry. Looking at Ben coming off the bench. What a first touch for the forward. Take a look here. Turnoff was there. Stop Metcalf. Got up a little bit dusty. Martin turning it back on the inside. And the Warriors have one more. Play through Seagulls. Lassie comes across to Martin. Rubbers. A little ricochet coming in. Scolari cleans up for the Tigers. Absorb the work, the big meters made by the Warriors, especially the one by Zion Mayu. What a first touch for him.
Yeah, powerful carries come on for Tom Arlo, who's had a wonderful stint to start the game. It's been very impressive in the front row from the Warriors. What a first touch from Zion Mayu, just charging in behind the ruck. Plenty of ruck speeders. You see Asu Kapoa now looking for work.
Up towards the halfway line. Here is Tarsi James, who started the side, but safe after given the run on roll. Trained by Tim Sheets. Both coaches go to their bench. No surprise there. First game of the season, and this pre-season challenge going to be live on Fox League. And the Warriors here get a penalty. The Tigers too high on the tackle.
Yeah, to a picky of early Bears. Fullback last year, 14 tries in 22 games. Rookie of the year up there in the Queensland Cup competition. Looks very sharp. That time just turning them inside out with footwork. Collected high as Metcalf's kick. Not a long touch finder. The Tigers again at the back end of this set are going to be under pressure. The Warriors with all the momentum and field position as we see. Tainu on now for Vanabella, and talking to some of the Tigers senior players in recent weeks have been very impressed with Sione Fainu, who's ball playing in his class through the middle. Been very good, made a real impact since coming across from Manly to the Tigers.
Warriors here. 30-metre line, goes to Martin, comes out the back, Metcalf flicking with his halfback. Good tackle there though by Tommy Talau. Playing it right centre tonight. We'll spend some time as an edge forward in 2023. Rely on him to maybe move a couple of players closer to the ruck, given his speed and his size especially. Play through Metcalf, Martin back on the inside, lovely ball for Seymour. Good tackle by Charlie Staines. Giving away plenty of size and weight in that particular contest. He hit him with everything.
He's asking plenty of questions. Tomato Martin this time accelerating flat on the advantage line down the short side. Biu Toi Kamanu. And you're right, brave tackle from Staines. Body in front, now a strong carry. Hit hard from Zion again.
Tigers fans will be liking this from Charlie Staines. I don't know about Dane Lowry though, who's in that battle for the fullback role. With Charlie Staines, of course, played a couple of games at fullback for the Panthers in 2022, but the last two games, importantly, prelim final and the grand final on the wing as a premiership ring as a Penrith Panther. Now right, can we get a two? Little carry out towards the halfway line. The Burwood Bulls Jr. On that left-hand side of the field. Take off. Waits at the sit. They go back towards Toomuth once again. Rightly puts up the kick. So a Beaky coming forward, a chance there for Tupou, didn't get a touch. Crossing it is, who will work it away, didn't run in behind the full, so it's play on. And a good carry has the back on the offensive here from inside their own half.
And he took that opportunities too with the New South Wales under-19s playing from last year out on that left edge. No Luke Garner this year. Kelma Taulini's gone over to the Seagulls and losing Luciano Leilua mid-season last year to the Cowboys. There is some vacancies in the back row for the West Tigers this season, and Toomuth, whilst he's side at the moment trailing by 10 points, he's been terrific early.
I think good carry once again. Now Metcalf for the moment, and the back again.
Woo! That's more like it. Yeah! Yes!
Montoya has two. What a carry, strong finish by Marcelo Montoya.
Well, shades of Mike Masibo and James Tedesco that. Accelerated the end of the touchline and then just whooshka straight over the top of Charlie Staines and put the Forbes Ferrari right back in the garage. Look at this, great ball from Willie Harvey, who's been great. Bang, hop, 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 hop. Oh, it's been a good start, been a hot start from this left-hand side of the Warriors, and Montoya picks up an early double with a shoulder straight into Charlie Staines. And the Warriors 14-0.
A tough opening for Liam Scolari up against Montoya on that right-hand side of the Tigers, but even tougher for Charlie Staines coming across in cover and got run over the top of.
That was tremendous ball playing again. Metcalf and Martin linking together, they've been great. And look at this, whack. Oh. Charlie Staines, welcome to 23.
Well, he had to go high, so close to line. There was no use making a legs tackle here, so he had to go high. What a bump it was.
Oh, he's enjoying it too, Marcelo Montoya.
It's not even to half-time in game number 1 of 2023. That might be hard to beat for one of the best bumps we'll see in scoring and try.
Absolutely, yeah. He was tremendous, I said last year. 6 tries. Always averaging up around 150 metres, carries the ball hard out of the back end, but he's an underrated finisher. A chance tonight a couple of times down that left-hand side. He dropped one early that would have disappointed him, but he's nailed his last two. And take your hat off for Charlie Staines too, putting his body on the line. Body on the line stuff, but Montoya strong, right over the top of it.
From the sideline, hooking away again, a miss by Metcalf to the left-hand side. A tough one, that though. 12 remaining, and there's opening up that there. Marcelo Montoya. Double, and there's first 40, and the Warriors lead the Tigers. 14 points to them. Warren Smith, along with Nick Ennis, bringing you all the action of this pre-season challenge opener. The Tigers on the road, the Warriors at home after all the time they spent away from home over the last 3 seasons. They made their return in the second half of the 2022 campaign to Auckland. And then, fingers crossed for the full season this year. Martin catch off the kickoff. Hands it off there to Montoya, man of the moment.
There's a real comfortable purpose about the Warriors. They've really settled into Andrew Webster's game plan. They all know their roles and they're running hard doing so. The Tigers at the moment, well, they've looked anything but that. They've looked really clunky, missing some stars in key positions. We understand that tonight, but their attack, particularly in this first half, has looked anything but fluent.
There is the captain, Daniel Fowler. Experienced Warrior line up tonight, all 24 players. To a Beaky.
Well, good to a Beaky. Been busy and dangerous.
Here's a chance here. Open space for here. Something to watch. A real space shown last couple of years with the Burley Bears. Kick goes out of Junior Tupou. Brings it forward. Front rows for the Warriors still out there, but Hale and also for Tupou will play. Still inside the Tigers 20. Deep ball here. Pressure on Tommy Talau coming in for a carry, but he does well. Playing for Wake. Just beyond the red stripe. Goes through Riley. His left-hand side. Good hands there. Back edge by Supapoa. Well, he's big and strong. Asu Kapoor to begin his 2023 campaign. I thought it was one of the middle forwards for a moment.
Big and strong, isn't he?
James the player. Oh, pass out Safer. And yes, the touch judge. They game early. It's there from
Ben Farr.
Alcara.
Yeah.
Fresh on the field. We have from Simpkin at dummy half. And that one, no doubt, a long way forward.
Yeah, overrunning that. Maybe got about that so far. Again, another error from the Tigers, and completion rate starting to fall away. 10-minute period now as we head into half time. You can see that looks just 58%. They'll be really disappointed with that. Another opportunity. Just keep an eye on Luke Metcalf's movements here and how he swings from that right-hand side of the field over to the left to link up with Tamate Martin. And the combination has looked extremely dangerous early.
Kalaban is on the field. He's playing it there for a four. Here is Metcalf doing exactly that. The outside there of Bunty. They'll play it just outside the 10. Lassig. That's with the hands of Ale. Then Martin to a clear kick tapped on by Vialea. Tough one for Costa to go back and then stay in the field of play. But he managed to do that? No, he didn't. He put a start on the line. Touch judge right on the spot. So a red mistake by the Warriors at this end of the field. They've been pretty sharp with the ball until this moment. We'll see once again.
Ooh,
just there.
Good work from the officials, and Tigers breathed a sigh of relief because it was on. There was space on that outside. They had possibly been able to hang on to the footy. The tough pass, the bat on, and able to direct it as Fainu now for the Tigers. Leg speed into the carry.
The four Fainu brothers, of course, all of them at one stage with the Manly Seagulls. So coming across big middle forward.
Yeah, tremendous. A number of years ago, representing New South Wales in their under-19s team, outstanding, played 80 minutes in the front row. He's got a huge engine on him, but it's his ball playing and his class through the middle that can really make him a smoky for the West Tigers side this year to make his debut.
Carried there by Kapoa on the previous play. Now the Tigers are just outside Warriors 30. Slow play the ball. Jackson Ford locks up the ball. Waken to the line. He brings Tony Sukar with him. Playing here just outside the 20. Short side last play. Waken chipping it back towards the uprights to a pick. He gets there. Makes a good catch. Watch him move. He really can't get across the turf. Wrapped up there eventually by Tristan Riley, but he's a great dancer with the ball.
Yeah, again, the back end of the set for the Tigers, not a great one. Slow motion started with some middle forwards ball playing, and then a poor kick from Brandon Waker. Until Wiki, who has been electric at the back. He was all over it. All over it. Footwork, speed, athleticism, carving them through the middle. And now a penalty, another penalty, yardage penalty this time for the Warriors, and an easy exit out of their half. Great kick here from Metcalf, 40 metres upfield.
Two-try winger as well, Marcelo Montoya with that carry.
What about
the
that?
Tigers under pressure?
What about that try from Montoya? We'll be seeing plenty of that.
It's one of the bumps of the season. It's it'll finish in the top three. Wait and see what Mike said about himself come up with. And a couple of others.
You would have enjoyed that, Mike.
Some barnstorming wingers in the NRL. Pass there, maybe more than flat it was from Sipperfield. Up in the hands of Mayu. Quite correctly called forward. Just watch this one again. It's inside the 20. Just forward out of the hands there. Called once again by the sideline official. The Tigers breathe a sigh of relief trying to get to the sheds. No worse. At 14 points down.
I think that'll be the message from Andrew Webster at half time. We're starting to get bored. We're starting to fall away from what we set out to do, and that was in those early stages. Their completion rate was around 80%. They weren't making yardage errors. And now they're just trying to fancy things up a fraction and coming up with a few errors in collision. Those combinations not there yet so early in the season. Strong carry here from Tubo. He looks likely again this season. He's a great young prospect for the Tigers.
Ricardo
Gives it off to Charlie Staines. Almost back at the halfway line. Midway through this set. Up to the right-hand side where it goes to Blake. Good ball. Suka runs towards Tulapiki, who makes a terrific legs tackle. Try saver right there. Here come the Tigers though. And jumper 22 take it forward, and now it comes back here for Tiani Fainu, stopped there by Mayu for the Warriors, within range of the line. Now Cowra Rubbers touched by the Warriors, 6 again with Blanken coming up with it for West. There's the call of 0 tackle. Cowra being backwards. Lost the ball there in the tackle with Jackson forward, but as long as secure it, go backwards. Comes out here once again. Take it forward, Bola is there. Close but they get 4 in the tackle, driving backwards, including to Mare Martin and also Tuapiki. Nanakaura goes through the hands there of Fainu. On his left-hand side, Timoth well contained. Come back to the middle. Fainu once again. Put a bump there through the middle. And Nanakaura. Ian Bolle. Has he gone close? He has indeed.
The last tackle, I've got no try. Just confirm that the ball's short of the line, please.
Yeah, well, plenty of forwards touching the ball during that set close to the line. Fainu, he tried a number of times. It's the footwork this time and the body position of Bolle who gets low. He's powerful, driving the legs. Does he get there? Linda Sharp said no, he was short enough until otherwise on that angle.
What we saw, no suggestion, I don't think that the ball got to the chalk. So if this one here shows anything different, it might be obscured on the tangle of bodies.
Awfully close.
West Tigers player maintains possession, and based on all available angles, is short of the line. You have decision.
It's a quick call. Bunker tonight. Seen plenty of that in 2023.
That would be nice for him. It's been a good start.
Not going to hold my breath though. Robbie Farrow in the blue shirt for the Tigers. Part of the coaching setup now. 2 machines in charge for this season and next before, as he describes it, the Marshall era begins in 2025. Freddie talks about Benji taking over in 2025. Talks about players coming through who will be in the junior system, who will get the scene in NRL top 30 squad potentially for the Tigers juniors as the Marshall era begins in a couple of years' time. The little ball, they will play it here. Tigers have one more. He hasn't built up in goal, so he will play it from just short of the goal line itself. Cowra, long looping pass. Riley Grubbers off the legs again. Race now for the ball. He wins that race, and it will be 6 once again. A new set for the Tigers. 3rd consecutive set from inside the 20. Through the hands of Fainu. Tennessee James will play it here. So to this right-hand side. Fainu for Waken. Stain, showing his speed, runs towards Mare Martin, who had his hands full there. He did well with some help. Scolari from dummy half. Lines it back to Tommy Talau. What's happening there, but he's strong. Bumps off a couple. Now comes back to Bolle doing the stepping once again. Wrapped up by Sugalangi, and he put it down.
Yeah, it looks like Fanua Bolle has moved himself into the middle. Powerful, good footwork, gets himself in between the defenders. And you've just got to bring the ball up. You can't just place it on the ground. And that was enough for Belinda Sharp. That was an easy one for her. He knows it. And again, the pressure gauge just released on the Warriors' defensive line.
Two Queen keen for a quick one there. Gives the Warriors a chance. Just under 3 minutes remaining. Something on here from inside their own territory. 14 points to nil. Running with house money at the moment. Forward plays. Coming out of dummy half. Or Roach. Nathaniel Roach calls for Warrior. As again, Joey Carr. Now LA, good carry and an offload. Back here to Metcalf, who's right, he's left, he's through the middle, looking for a chance, just like that. We want to get another forward pass, a couple in a row at this end. In similar field position by the Warriors, this one by Tomato Martin.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that. Tomato Martin, he's had some wonderful touches in this first half, but just holds up the pass too long and just couldn't resist the line there from big Zion Mayu, who's big, athletic and powerful. He's brought a huge impact to this Warriors side and just overran the pass, and Martin need to be more disciplined there and just take the tackle. He didn't do that in the turnover now. Oh, it's Seismic. He's powerful, isn't he?
Huge. Closing 10 short of the halfway line. Tigers with perhaps one last set before the break. Try so far the Warriors, all three open to Marcelo Montoya, on to Jackson Ford. On the left edge, had a field day. This is Tigers' right-hand side defensively. Sugar will play it. Carry from him, chiming in on a nice ball from Wakeham not that long ago. Darcy James, stepped by Roach underneath. Counter comes to his left-hand side. One more here, and 60 seconds remain. And this opening half. Cook Island, they're a dummy half. Had a couple of games for the Cook Islands in the World Cup last year. Kara, kick here from Wakeham. Montoya under pressure. Scolari's a noted leaper. Comes down with it here, but he's wrapped up just as quickly. And the Warriors have survived, and they should. A 14-0 lead at half-time.
He just stuck on the outside there of Williami, who was trying to block the run. He did well. Scolari and got into a one-on-one contest with Montoya. Came down with the ball. You're right, it was a great take from Scolari. Some nice touches again in that set as Montoya driven back hard from Tristan Riley, who's shown some promising signs for the Tigers.
One more play here as Rossi comes in for a trademark tough carry from his own end. So it won't sound as yet. So we'll get one more as Metcalf kicks towards the corner. Coming across Staines. There'll be no hurry to bring this back, especially seeing it's bounced all the way to that northern end of Staines, which is handed That's all the Warriors at home. Not a massive crowd, as you would expect. Game number one of the pre-season challenge, with those who made the effort to turn up outsmart tonight. They like what they see so far from the home side. At the break, they lead the Tigers 14 points to nil.
Yes, a dominant first 40 minutes there for the New Zealand Warriors at home to the West Tigers. Lethal left-hand edge. Montoya has been on fire. The West Tigers making way too many errors. First half review next. But this Sunday, history will be made when the UFC returns to Perth live on Main Event. Former rugby league player Alex Volkanovski fights to become Australia's first ever double champ. Go to mainevent.com.au now to order UFC 284.
It's on my chest. That dude is on another level.
This guy's an absolute bear. Outstanding wrestler. Unbelievable top pressure. Submission skills. And so dominant.
He submitted the guy with the most submissions in the history of the sport.
Oh, that's it. Islam Makhachev. 11 in a row. The belt en route to Dagestan.
All my life, I trained for this belt.
That's the best flyweight in the world.
My dream now is become #1 pound-for-pound king.
Now is our plan. Fly to Australia and fight with Volkanovski in pound-for-pound king breakout.
2022 was massive. Fighter of the year, pound-for-pound #1.
UFC featherweight champion, Australia's own Alexander Volkanovski.
The best pound-for-pound fighter in the world on a 22-fight win streak.
People think that can't be topped, but I want to be the double champ. I want to take out guys that people think I shouldn't be fighting. This is going to be the defining year of my legacy.
Woo! Is on the issue bar. Living in the issue world. Issue.
Australia.
He has zero in him.
I have the will and determination to do whatever I need to win.
Australia, bringing it back home, baby. Fireworks are guaranteed.
UFC Interim Featherweight Championship.
It's my time to shine and become the world champion.
Jair Rodriguez is special. You never know what he's going to do.
I will be victorious and I will win that title.
That's all it takes from us.
Australia, buckle your seatbelt. This is MMA at the highest level. I cannot wait. Bring him on. The wind takes center stage.
For the ICC Women's T20 World Cup in South Africa.
When you're in a I deserve a little treat kind of mood, you need iced coffee and you need it deluxe. Hazelnut, vanilla, or caramel. Make your day a cream on top kind of day with a McCafe Deluxe iced coffee.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I want to get my restaurant online.
Great, let's do this. So that's Carla.
Hey.
Should get your restaurant's website up and running. Pretty. Your social media guru. Jacinta's got your new FPOS machine. And
I'm Marcus. I just want some wontons.
And I'm Kieran, your small business expert.
Telstra now offers the digital solutions your business needs. We're keeping IT human.
Get a card, get away. Turn your everyday into a holiday with a wide range of cards from all the major banks and more. Choose from no or low annual fees, all lounge passes and travel insurance. Enjoy cards with up to 120,000 bonus Qantas points. And for a limited time, first-time cardholders can earn an extra 20,000 Qantas points. Choose your card, choose your escape at qantas.com/cards.
Fun runs. How good? It's not about winning, it's about having fun. Until the end, when you realise it kind of is about winning. Fun, great taste, low carb, how good?
Harvey Norman, your connected home destination. Is your home or business protected? With great deals on smart security, now's the time to see the experts at Harvey Norman. The Google Nest Cam 3-pack for indoor or outdoor use, only $899. The Swan All Secure 650 wireless security kit. Everything you need to secure your home, $1,099. Or get a great deal on the Arlo Ultra 2 free camera system with 4K video resolution and color night vision. Harvey Norman, your connected home destination.
Oh, you might be hungry.
So restore 50 grams paper IVR.
You wrecked our boss. I mean, this isn't good fellas, but yeah.
New series, Learn to Get Away, begins Tuesday 8:30 on Fox 8.
This program brought to you by Macca's February weekly deals. And Harvey Norman, shop in store or online.
Ball back to Fox League, and it's the Warriors on fire in that first 40 minutes up against the West Tigers at Mount Smart Stadium. Too good. Can the West Tigers come back in that second half? Joining me, Greg Alexander, and the good news is that Gordon Tallis has entered the building. Brandy, but he'll join us for the post-game show, so stick around for that. Now, that first half of footy, impressive from the Warriors, not so much the Tigers.
Yeah, good 30 minutes for the Warriors. And they got a little bit scrappy towards the back end of the first half, but they rhythm, fluent with the ball, and threw some terrific passes on the inside. Luke Metcalf has certainly made a statement. I think he's shown that, if called upon this year, if there's problems with the halves, and I think it will be Sean Johnson and Tamati Martin that'll start the year as the halves, but Luke Metcalf has been very good, and this left edge has been dangerous. Montoya could have 3 tries, put one down, one went through his hands and he might have scored as well. So this left side, Braden Williami's been a good performer for the Warriors in that first half break, and Montoya. See, there's not many that run harder than Marcelo Montoya, and he's like a piece of granite.
Yeah, he's been.
Charlie Staines just found that out.
Well, Staines just found out he was like a fullback as well, so interesting to see if he stays there throughout the season. Now, the West Tigers, how do they get back into it? Where do they need to improve?
Well, their first 30 minutes was that they had very little ball, so they get some ball. There was some good touches from Fanua Pole. Tommy Talau had a nice touch there, but they just didn't have enough ball. They threatened the line in the first half, at the back end of that first half, couldn't get across. So Andrew Webster will be happy with the defence that they threw up because it was 3 sets in a row, 6 again to the Tigers. Tigers just need to play some footy and get their timing right.
Yeah, big job for the West Tigers in this second half. Too many errors in the first half. The Warriors outstanding. Let's see if the Tigers can get back into this one. Second half kickoff is next.
Every game, live and exclusive.
Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Samsung Galaxy S23 series. Pre-order the new Galaxy S23 series and receive bonus double storage plus bonus gift card. That's right, pre-order the Galaxy S23 and receive a bonus $100 gift card, or the S23 Plus with bonus $150 gift card. Upgrade to 200 megapixels with the Galaxy S23 Ultra and get a $250 gift card. Hurry, offer ends February 16. Pre-order now at Harvey Norman.
100% Aussie Angus beef, melty cheese, chunky tomato relish, lettuce, and a nice slice of beetroot. 2 words, my friends. Aussie as.
Fun runs. How good? Not a marathon, not a half marathon, but a run for fun. It's not about winning, it's about having fun. Until the end. When you realize it kind of is about winning. Han, great taste, low carb, how good.
Feel an unbeatable sporting experience with Shell. Find incredible events. 20 grand in travel and $1,000 of free fuel. All to share with 3 friends. Visit the website now.
This is Mike and Lola making the drive home in their T-Roc extra comfortable. And this is them wishing they could have done that sooner. T-Roc from the Volkswagen SUV range. Isn't it time you SUVW?
Volkswagen. What if you could holiday every year with your home loan? With a new Qantas Money home loan, you can. You'll get 100,000 Qantas points year after year and a great low rate. It's the only home loan that comes with a holiday every year. Search Qantas Money home loans.
Who's here? It's Macca's.
Value means more, with 20% off orders over $10. This week only on the My Macca's app.
We are resilient, inquisitive, and ambitious, respectful of the past, and excited about what could be. We are informed. We are the Australian. Critics have called him brilliant, a master, and the most important comedian.
Take a look at this.
For 9 seasons. And season 10 will be even better. But until then, he's more of the old stuff.
Do you want me to get in a car and sing?
I'm America's naughtiest.
New season, last week tonight with John Oliver. Begins February 20 on Fox 8.
It's only been a short summertime break without rugby league, but how good is it? Big time footy back on the box. Hi everybody, Warren Smith along with Nick Ennis to bring you this first game of the NRL pre-season challenge.
he's
The
cut the
Warriors
music.
coming back out
Oh, no,
in the second half, leading the Tigers 14 points to nil. 3 tries to nil. And an opening half, Marcelo Montoya, star for the Warriors on the left wing, having a double. And plenty of new faces on display tonight for both teams. And we'll see, I'm sure, a lot of them in this second half. Mick, it'll be a good test to get things off underway commentary-wise for 2023 with so many new faces. But that man, he's a familiar face and he still runs as hard as ever.
Yeah, certainly got himself on the highlights reel for the season ahead, there's no doubt about it. He's had a good half. Marcelo Montoya down that left-hand side of the field. They were taking them to task early. Tomato Martin and the combination of Luke Metcalf looked extremely dangerous, and 2 tries for Marcelo Montoya, 1 over the top of Charlie Staines, a beauty. I like the look of Tua Picky, sharp fullback for the Warriors, and plenty of work to do for the young West Tigers in this second half.
Josh Folletti is out there for the Tigers. And the centres, SG Ball just last weekend at Leichhardt Oval. Big step up in grade for former Manly Sea. Liam Scolari wobbly played the ball there. Been slightly in that carry to get things underway in this second half. Tony Suka here. Nice line break for the Tigers in the first half. It'll count towards their tally. The points available, the bonus points in this pre-season challenge. We'll run you through them once again if you're unfamiliar with it in this second half. Tigers good meters in this opening set here, bring it all the way back to Atasi James at the halfway line. A counter from dummy half. To this left-hand side, there's Zane Camro. So Peter Camro played a couple of seasons in first grade footy with the Tigers back in the late 1980s. They go to the air. Pressure here on Tua Picky coming across. Can he stay in field? No, he can't. That was all clean and legal. And it will be the Tigers who get possession and an early checks.
Yeah, young Folletti, you mentioned played Leichhardt Oval last weekend against the Cronulla Sharks for the SG Ball side. Not sure about this. He thought momentum had stopped, but nice work over the top there. Good energy for the Tigers. That's exactly what Tim Sheens and Benji Marshall
That
like
is
to
the
see from the
momentum.
young
Good
Cubs.
drag goes to. And it's nothing.
Is that my go now? So that's 2. You are 2 for 2. Perfect rip.
I will show myself out.
So far with the curse.
Warriors wanting to touch power with momentum, which that should be in penalty to the Warriors because it was actually dragged them to touch. As the Warriors will get the ball back anyway.
High school, Marsden State High is Cameron Smith, they're south of Brisbane. Touch there, went forward, and the Warriors work it away. And there's no hand side. Through Jackson Ford. Try scorer along with Marcelo Montoya's double to this point. Metcalf turning it back on the inside. He's played plenty of minutes as this man.
Over 100 metres carrying the footy now. Tom Harley, we mentioned just how fit he looked to start the game, and his work rate's matched it. He's been tremendous. Here's Metcalf now.
Warriors go inside the Tigers 40. They'll play it there through Sivakula. Roach and dummy half. Next one to Sulangi. Got one more here. Roaching in there at dummy half. Metcalf kicking to this right-hand side as the Warriors look at it. Jareen Bula is out there. Can't wait to see what he offers tonight. Product from that's hot house that's down up there on the Gold Coast. Hebra Park High School.
Yeah.
Spent some time with the Gold Coast Titans. And something of a basketball prodigy as well as a rugby league player. He's linked up with the Tigers. So last season in their junior system. We'll see what he can offer here tonight on national TV for the first time.
Strong carry. There's been a couple of really intense carries from the Tigers, and it's exactly what the coach was after at half-time. Fainu, who came into the action late in the first half of the Tigers, he's been dangerous too.
Kick high in the air. A spiralling torpedo goes down to a peaky though. Brings it back, so Wakeman gets the deck. there by Suka, just short of Warriors 30. Montoya, these carries, these yardage sets have been impressive. There is some penalty in that first half, strong run. Martin dummy half. Just on the right-hand side, underneath there was Vahu for the Tigers. Hang on to that tackle. Now there's there once again. Strong on his feet, eventually taken down by Vahu. Plays left here. Metcalf from close.
Yes!
Went straight through it.
Yes!
Was there, but Metcalf doesn't need him. Blink and he's gone. What a run by Luke Metcalf. The Warriors added their tally, and that was blinding from the 5'8".
He's been exceptional this evening, an opportunity that he's grabbed to go across the ditch with New Zealand. Kept in the barriers at the Cronulla Sharks, been a star for the UTA Jets in recent seasons after bursting onto the scene. Back playing pre-season nines a couple of seasons ago at Cronulla Junior. Went across to Manly for a season, then came back to the Cronulla Sharks. And he's spent a couple of seasons getting great education from the likes of Chad Townsend, Sean Johnson, Nico Hines in recent years. Formed a really good partnership and combination with Matt Boyle in the training, from my understanding, and he has burst out of the blocks in his opening game for the Warriors. And a wonderful try, ball in two hands, great acceleration into the backfield. And the Warriors players loving it. Great signs from young Luke Metcalf, and Andrew Webster will be wrapped.
Well, pushing for a spot, of course, in that halves combination, which will include Sean Johnson. We go back to what Sean Johnson showed us in the nines, of course, 2014, 2015 with the Warriors, and what he showed as a youngster before that, all the way back to 2008 in the National Youth Competition. That was Sean Johnson like what this man, Luke Metcalf, showed right there.
I remember watching Luke Metcalf play junior origin football, and he just accelerated down the touchline at ANZ Stadium and just showed blistering speed, and then only a season or so later lit up the NRL nines, and a great opportunity to go across to New Zealand. We see Andrew Webster there, the Warriors coach, his first night as head coach for the New Zealand Warriors, and there's been a lot to like.
An opening for him, 20 points. No, this is the pre-season challenge. Win will get you 12 points. Draw will get you 6. Loss, none, but you can get the bonus points even if you do lose. The Warriors are just one try away from picking up at least one bonus point for 5+ tries. 5 or more line breaks get you a point as well, and 10 or more offloads likewise. It means you can win the game, get 15 points maximum. You draw, you get 6 plus the 3 if you get the 3 bonus points, so 9. So you can score points. Otherwise, you can just win, draws, or losses. And the Warriors will get the first bonus point because they've come up with 5 line breaks already. Metcalf from inside the 40 didn't quite have the angle weight on the kick. Buller picks it up and will bring it back out here. Tim Sheens is high on his prospect, says at some stage he expects in 2023 he will play some time in the NRL because of a knock downstairs on that previous tackle. And he is a real talent. Scalar.
They're really starting to sense they're on top physically here, the Warriors. Their line speed's increased on the back of that try from Metcalf. How it carries from the Warriors in that previous set, particularly Zion Mayu, looks every bit the first grader in terms of those interchange power forwards. For a young man, he's been dynamic coming onto the field. So too this man for the Tigers, young James.
James looked pretty handy. Jason Kidd is back out there at dummy half, taking over from Adakara. The kick goes down to Montoya, beats one. Scolari had his hands full, gripping by the shorts just. Now to Martin down the short side. Former Tiger himself, Tim Sheens, a little nod and a wink in appreciation of what Martin just showed right there from dummy half. 6 more here for the Warriors. Roach gets the dummy half forward through the hands of Metcalf. Can't go in behind those players, so he heads back to the left end. Finds Williami. Tackles up their sleeve. Good attacking range once again. Oh, having massive numbers here tonight as far as pure touches off the ball and meters. Now more than 130 to lead the Warriors. Metcalf to Martin. Pass goes to Brown. Bounces up there for Tino. Taken down just by Josh Folletti. And just outside the 20. Goes to Martin. He's out the back there. Jacob McBahon, who will play it. Inside the red zone. Roach waits at dummy half. Martin. Looking out the back, in fact, he was going to the first man there in Sivakula. Tigers are able to wrap him up. And the Warriors have one more. Roach. Wide ball from Martin, who kicks out towards Williami. There was a contest there. Hits the deck. Scolari has come up with it. Was a knocked on though, yes.
Woo! Now we spoke about coaches wanting to see some of their young talent on show, but it's been quite the night for Maide Martin on debut for the Warriors. He has been all class. He's really controlled the key moments, combined beautifully with young Metcalf. I mean, the big moments have been there to take. He's dominated the footy, and another nice kick across field. Opportunity now for the Warriors close to the line. Where's Metcalf?
That left-hand side tonight, but Metcalf going to the right-hand side. It's not picky here. Letting it work over the top, which Warriors don't like, because Tino gives him a bit of a shove before he shuffles one from dummy half. And now they're looking forward. Then the knee raised there, plays it quickly. Roach, good flat ball for Ale, almost at the line for the Warriors. Play it here. Quick hands, Metcalf, lovely ball. Comes to Montoya, through Williami, and Marcelo Montoya has a hat-trick. What a finisher he is. And he picks up 3 here in game number 1. 20-23, and makes it 24 to Blott.
Yeah, just watch the skill here of young Metcalf, who's turning on an absolute clinic. We just mentioned his combination with Martin, out the back, under pressure, catching pass in a split second, lands it on the dime. Perfectly, out to the left-hand side. Montoya receives the footy, he has no hesitation, but look at this from Metcalf, perfect to Williami, catch and pass. And he certainly knows his way to the try line, picks up a hat-trick. And it's been great signs from the experienced men of the New Zealand Warriors and the class of young Luke Metcalf getting his opportunity over with the Warriors this year. And again, that left edge of Williami Montoya, just too much for the young Tigers.
Marcelo might be in for a bonus point himself. He's got 4 line breaks for the game. Can you win the
win it yourself?
Pick up some cash during the pre-season for the most line breaks, perhaps? He's on charge here tonight as Marcelo Montoya. First man to grab a hat-trick in 2023. Might be more to come too. I don't think he's going to put his cue in the rack given what we've seen so far. Let's see who plays out for 80 minutes here tonight. But he'll be keen to stay on field for Andrew Webster. Must be delighted with what he's seen, the coach.
Yeah, and some of the young guys, yeah, they've looked tremendous falling into his new attacking systems. But whilst Metcalf and Martin and Montoya, all the experience have been great. It's been guys like Tom Arley that have really stepped up and shown something tonight. I think Jacob McBahon, who's come on big, robust, powerful. And Zion, boy, does he look like he's going to be a real handful for the Warriors this year. So experience stepping up and showing great signs, but also the youth of the Warriors that haven't seen a lot of in recent years because they've been tucked away with bubbles and living away from home, but now we're starting to see that talent come through as Metcalf lands one, he likes that. He's having a great night, young Luke Metcalf.
He makes it 26 points to 0. There's a long time to go here, almost half an hour worth of football tonight. This opening night of the NRL pre-season challenge. Cameron George up there, of course, the CEO, also watching on from on high. Grandstand at Mount Smart Stadium. Interestingly, Andrew Webster was an assistant to Andrew McFadden before the time that Andrew McFadden was in charge of the Warriors himself. And he's back. The side of the ditch in 2023 is that the keys to the Warriors are motoring. On form here early in this pre-season.
You go back to those days where, you know, your PJ Marsh and Ali Lauatiti and Alan Goodfield, Stacey Jones, they were such an exciting team to watch as at a crucial time in my development, coming through and coming up the grades. I loved what they were about. They were big, they were physical, but they entertained, had a great brand of freedom footy. And this Warriors side, I know it's early and a lot of youth and a number of big stars there tonight, but they're playing confidently and big men running hard, offloading, halves combining together, offloading and moving the ball with great width and precision. It's been exciting tonight. Good signs from the Warriors. We need them to do well, the Warriors. The game's better when the Warriors are doing well.
And West will work it away here. The Warriors fans, it's only game one. It's pre-season. We're up against the Wooden Spooners from last year, who are resting most of their top flight lineup, of course, but it doesn't take much for the fans to get excited. And they'd be pretty buoyant at the moment, given what they've seen on the home side here at 26-0. 26 minutes remaining. Simpkin from dummy half. On the inside there for Safer. Good offload. Getting going pretty quickly, but wrapped up with Jareen Buller, who was pushing through the middle. The deep kick here to a Piggy, makes a catch and then wrapping him up, Josh Folletti.
He's been excellent too, but he's been brave under the high balls. He's looked sharp when out the back of Shavers. We see another penalty now, yardage penalty again, shoulder contact towards the head.
There he is there, saying to a Piggy. I mean, he's got everything as far as skill and speed and footwork. Just doesn't have size. Doesn't mean he can't play a fullback.
Ask Ryan Papenhausen about size.
That's exactly right.
Plenty of people told him he couldn't play at the level because of his size, and you know, it's been only injuries that have held him back. He's been an absolute weapon, and I think what we've seen from Tuapiki tonight, while size might be there for him, he's got so many attributes, and he's got speed, and you can't beat speed.
Of course, we have a 17 team coming into the NRL in the shape of the Dolphins. We'll see them in action Sunday against the Cowboys, and plenty of people say there's not enough talent for 17 teams, but you see the likes of Tuapiki get a chance here tonight and say, you know what, there is a heap of talent out there.
Yeah.
Here they are on the attack once again. Classic is just outside the 20. Playing for Martin, who jumps in the dummy half any time Freddie has a run. He's had plenty here tonight. Comes back out to Mayu, who will be wrapped up pretty quickly by Simpkin. Also Justin Vanderbilt. As for the Warriors, Metcalf rubbering this time. To Bullard though, who will bring it back. He'll play it just inside the Tigers 10.
Yeah, really well positioned there, Jerome Buller. Huge wraps on him coming down from Cooper Park, and a couple of nice touches here in the second half. Starting to settle his way into the game. And again, the Tigers here just look flat, don't they? Out of petrol. It's been a tough period for them to start this second half.
They've had just that one chance inside the Warriors 20. They got the ball back and they took a winger touch. Then they popped it up on the first play. Victor Ikamanu, who was captain tonight for the Tigers, back out with very skilled Lassick and one other defender, and as a result, he gets the penalty, and we'll see them on the attack for just the second time in their second half.
Yeah, he's a great young prospect, isn't he? Victor Ikamanu, part of Brad Fittler's squad for the Origin campaign, over the top of Lassick there, physical, just aggressive. The early side of penalty looks set for a good year, Victor Ikamanu. Contact there.
Simpkin going nowhere. Wrapped up, strong tackle by Mayu, once again doing it on both sides of the ball. It's safe one. Swung to ground. Inside the Warriors 30. He played through the set. They're flat on both sides. Waken back on the inside though. Here's Buller. Keeps the line. Matamua does the same. He hands it off to Trey Penny. Penny scores and the Tigers have their first points of the game. Good hands through the middle.
Yeah, really nice work here. Out of dummy half. Great catch and pass. Back on the inside and went through a number of sets of hands. And Trey Penny, he'll be happy with that. Look at this, Simpkin out of dummy half. Been busy since coming on. Nice work there. Waking back on the inside to Bullard. Great offload there. And Trey Penny gets the Tigers first of the night. Robbie Farrer just watching on him back play there. He would have loved that opportunity around the ruck back in his day. No markers in place. Dummy half out attacking. And that's what we're going to see plenty of this year. Abby Coruscant for the West Tigers, bouncing out around the ruck, capitalising on those big Utoi Kamanu charges. So whilst the scoreline's not balanced here this evening, there's plenty of big guns to come back to the West Tigers this year. And boy, am I excited to see Abby Coruscant and what he can do. Everywhere he's been, Coruscant, you think of the combination that he had at Manly and what he did for the likes of Cherry Evans and his game and the pressure that he takes off his halves. What he's done with Cleary in recent years at Penrith has been tremendous, and I think Luke Brooks and Adam Dewey will love what Coruscant brings at dummy half this season.
Brandon Wakeham, his general play kicking has been good, makes it 26 points to 6. Watch Trey Penny once again. Speaking of Kebra Park, he rolled off that Kebra Park production line back in 2020 and finishes off a nice movement there. Well, outside, inside play. Nice work by Wakeham and Buller and Amua himself. And pretty fair haircut there as well. He was one of the Tigers who last year, Mick, did the barber's course out there at Campbell TAFE. Stafford Tour, I think, is the lead barber at the Tigers, but Trey Penny fancied himself up with the shears. Do you need a little trim before the season?
He looked good, Trey Penny.
Yeah. Good with the carry and the try. And
call that the box mullet, I think they do, right?
Right. I'll take your word for it. Here is Bolle bringing it back. Strong carry to bring it all the way back beyond the 20. With a fade going himself, Utoi Kamanu. Again, look at this, massive meters. Lussick under pressure again, but the 4 also going backwards underneath. Sunvalangi to stop him, but good luck doing that on 3 plays. They're back inside the Warriors half. From Wakeham. Go that right edge, where Bolle once again.
He's been strong, Bolle, when he's been moved into the middle. Started on the right edge, but since he's gone into the middle, powerful leg speed, he's come up with an error.
The captain's challenge is in effect during the pre-season. They used one here. He thought he might have hung on to it, and they will in fact. Our first captain's challenge for 2023. I think he hangs on to that.
I'll go decision is a knock on.
Yeah, it was a great carry, bouncing around, powerful with footwork. Gets himself in between defenders really well and generates momentum. Bolle struggling to contain him, he's fighting for every inch.
Just looking to determine if the ball has been stripped or if it's a knock on.
Oh yeah, there's a hand in there. There's a hand in there, and you can see.
The Warriors player has his hand around the ball, just looking to see if there's any intent to steal the ball.
Absolutely there is. Just watch his left hand. Yeah.
Make a case there he was playing at the ball, but Bunker will call this one. It's there.
See the hand comes
The ball actually did touch
The
the
Warriors
turf.
player is around the ball and there is intent to strip the challenge is successful.
No, see it the way we did. We're off to a good start.
We're off to a good start.
And looking up at 2023. Optimism. We'll be on the same page with some tweaks to the rules.
Yeah.
Coming this new season, just some minor ones. As Utoi Kamanu, he's on the layer platform and just about goes through himself. He'll play it from close range. Here's a chance for Cameron, who They'll play it. Thank you, look how close to scoring zone camera. Half a metre short. From Simpkin, gives it off to Uta Ikamanu. He would not be stopped. What a carry. Stefano is back in a big way in 2023. What a run.
Yeah, barnstorming close to the line. His second stint, he's come on with purpose. He's come on with aggression. And this close to the line, Simpkin, well, you'd be mad not to hit him straight up at the top of Lussick. He's put a radar on Lussick since he's come back onto the field and just charges over the top, spins, twists and slams the ball down. Nutui Kamanu growing in confidence with every minute on the field. The captain tonight leading the way, leading the fight back.
Well, it's no secret the Tigers have been searching sort of carry in the middle of the field for a number of seasons quite obviously. Somebody who can do the damage that he can do. You know, you can see why he's on the radar of Brad Fittler and the New South Wales Blues.
Yeah.
And the raps on him have been massive in his time in the junior ranks and then linking with the West Tigers. He moved to the Concord headquarters and, as we said, injury-free. Some knee issues throughout 2022 and also that wrist surgery which curtailed his season. Almost 2 months lost at the back end of last season. Showing right there what he can do and what a leader he can be.
Yeah, absolutely. And he needs to step up. There's no doubt about that. But this year they're crying out for that through the middle. And Troy Kamano just, well, I'm really impressed with the way Simpkins used him, to be honest, since coming back onto the field. That combination along with Bolle has really changed the momentum for the West Tigers. And has he done the barber calls too? Utoy Kamano.
Don't know about Safar. I know Trey is that weird with the number 3 or shorter.
Yeah, I think he's a 1.5 Trey, he said.
Simpkin out of dummy half. Sometimes can keep the shears applied to the Warriors here. 26-12, only 14 down. I mean, who knows? On our first big comeback of 2023 here.
Shave a bit off the scoreline.
Trying to. Nice work, Michael. Here is Waker from inside the 40, kicking to the sideline. Plenty of weight on it. Here come the Tigers.
Yeah, really nice work, Brandon Waker. Positioned himself well. Great trajectory on the kick, nice and low. Well inside the 40. And just gets the angle perfect.
Oh, it's Safar. Who comes at them? Third quick try. Simpkin from dummy half, head fake. Nothing doing there as far as Warriors defence is concerned. They're all over for Bill and Bollard. Well, playing only a couple of metres out. Simpkin, what about going himself? Safar is there, fires it out the back. Oh, he didn't like that pass back. That was a no-looker, nothing doing, so he just thought he'd keep it alive. He turned it over and Roach was there. Come up with possession for the...
Yo, what is up, Stu? What is up, boys? What is up, everyone?
Was it cheap turnover?
This is 10th game, Warriors 26 over the West Tigers 12 so far.
This momentum shift we've had. Warriors get a chance to work it away, though. Only via Leah will play 15 short of the halfway line. Roach to the 4. Right hand side, keep going to Isaiah Bungana. Roach.
By the way, this is the first stream. This is the first stream of 2023. So yeah.
New faces out there for the Warriors as well. Aiden Ackley. He's seeing the Greater getting a chance. Son of John Ackley, one-time scout and big part of the Warrior setup from their inception in the NRL back in the mid-90s. Charlie Stokes, also out there, playing on wing now. Fancy with Buller staying in the fullback role. Coming in for a carry right there. The Simpkin, it's a dummy half. To play, that's rolling back to his feet. Safar, breaking to the outside.
Oh, knock on. Oh, what have you?
Violia is away. No him. And against the
Yeah! And the Warriors hit 30.
another one for the Warriors. Mistakes really hurting the Tigers here tonight. And perhaps that one might just kill off any thought of the Tigers comeback. 30 points to 12. It was an awful pass to handle for Trey Penny, and Viley said, thank you very much.
Yeah, he just couldn't resist the space. They were short on that left-hand side. Simpkin will show safe half ball playing, and Wakeham had Viley caught in field. And there was space on the outside with the winger back, and Viley did a tremendous job. He accelerated, leaped over the top of one of the defenders, and accelerated into the backfield. In fact, he gets around Staines, did a great job. And he's enjoying that one. Iliami Vilea going over in the
We've also got 2 games on tomorrow, so I can't wait
Penny
for that.
unable to catch him, and a huge momentum swing back in the favour of the Warriors, who were under pressure. The Tigers have done a good job to wrestle back momentum. Found 12 points and got themselves right back into the game. Crucial error down on the try line from Safar. That turnover really halted the momentum of the Tigers, and now a poor pass from Wakeham, and in the end the Tigers standing back behind their goal line as young Ackland gets a chance.
Just outside the 20, doesn't have the length on the kick. Nice moment for the young Vilea, who we said earlier in the game with that broken jaw in 2022, right in the middle of the season as well. He's been in try-scoring form. He scored 5 tries in 5 games before that, before suffering that broken jaw in round 12 against the Newcastle Knights. It cost him a couple of months of football. He came back to play out the last month of the season with 4 straight games, starting in the centres. Left centre tonight. It's a gift there from Brandon Wakeham. Comes away to make it an 18-point lead from quarter of an hour remaining in game 1 of the NRL pre-season challenge. Great to have your company once again throughout 2023, live here on Fox League. Warren Smith alongside Nick Ennis, bringing you play-by-play tonight as a flyer here. Player, skipper, in 8 games in the NRL now is Bunty. Towards the halfway line, perhaps after making a couple of tries, they just put the foot back on the pedal, the Warriors. And here through Fundina. Slushy from dummy half, comes back through Michael Seal. Nice to see him at 29 years of age with a chance at this level tonight. Spent time in the UK with Wakefield, Trinity, Halifax, Dewsbury as well. The mid-teens before linking up in 2018 with the North Devils. He spent 5 seasons in Queensland before coming back to the Warriors. Here's Staines, taking a carry from just inside the 30. Someone gets the dummy half, through the middle, through Madarua. Safar is there once more. 20 minutes tonight here, Alex Safar, and his return from that pec muscle surgery at the back end of 2022. Bullet playing it. The lane there at dummy half of Nakara, who is back out there in the 9 roll now. Good catch and run. Bringing it back at speed. So Ed Kersey.
Yeah, still out there, Ed Kersey, and he's been busy. There's no doubt about that. Big and powerful. Athletic had an error early in the game, but yeah, Montoya and Kossi have been tremendous tonight. Kossi up towards 100 metres, carrying the footy. Montoya 3 tries. He's also up over 130 metres. They're good on the edges, the Warriors. There's no doubt about that.
Lonergan getting a chance here at the back end of the game, that left-hand side of the field. Nobody edge type that he is. Ackland puts it high in the air and let them catch it. Chance here for the Warriors, but wrapped up. Tupou got there, so Buller and also Simpkin. It's an alarming goal. Everybody hung back, but the Warriors make a play at that unchallenged. Coming through, there was a chance there for Jacob Laban to go all the way.
It's a good moment. Laban, big and athletic. good body shape, got lean and athletic legs, but strong up top. And some strong carries in the opening half, as we see an offload here from Matamua.
Provided plenty, a couple of you like that. They're winning the game in the first half, but they can hold off defenders and get a ball away. Still does Mr. Matamua. Middle of the field for the Tigers. Ball at dummy half. Comes out here to Tristan Riley, who was the sharpest in the early going, the first 20 minutes or so of the game. Waratah, New South Wales Waratah is Buller from dummy half. Finds Riley, keeps over the top. Goes down there to Ben Farr, who made the catch. Ended up to Crosby, who switched from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. So getting a breather back end of the game. Roach charging forward in only tower.
That's an impact.
Some stopping there around the bootlace, which is the only failure. They're under pressure, and now here is a big carry by Sifakula. Just outside the 30. They'll play it there. Goes through Acklands, goes back to Seal, stopped by Simpkin. And the Warriors have another play in this set. This is the last. Ackland to the line, just chipping it towards the in goal. Awkward one for Jareen Buller to handle, so he just throws himself on the ground. The Tigers from their own line under pressure here to work it away without incident. Good tackle. Lay a tower up there very quickly. Now safer. Going sideways, so they warm the shoulders up, saying, "We've got you, Alex." Seal was there, Bungana as well. 3 tackles gone, still, 10-metre line, and it's Kapoa who gets them going in the right direction. Nice look like there from dummy half, from another Cower. It's going to be a penalty to the Tigers. The Warriors jumping the gun, of course. A new interpretation on offside this year. You've got to have both feet back level with the referee. Certainly one on the line on your own goal.
Yeah, they've become so vital, those yardage penalties, haven't they? So all the clubs doing plenty of work at the moment, getting referees out in training and trying to work with them to make sure that they're tidy in that area, as we see playing the ball error, and these ones will hurt throughout the season. Absolute coach killers and momentum swings. Worth a challenge. Does he walk through and kick the ball?
Looked like he did.
Maybe worth a challenge that. It was Sewell that just involved in the ruck, but the young Tigers not willing to challenge.
Save the blushes of Natakara, who once again threw a very obvious forward pass out of dummy half. There's been a few of those from him in the game. The mistake had already been made as the Tigers lead it away.
He's tremendous since coming over the field. Lights out. Late footwork, athleticism.
There's more footwork from Barn, who takes it towards the 20-metre line. And the force to go back and play it on the mark, which could mean also there. Exactly. Turns it back on the inside. Dimitri Sifakula coming into his own at the back end of the game here, getting a lot of touches. Ackland at the back for a Rachel. The ball was there. Capone was watching his opponent as opposed to the ball. Didn't realise it was there for the taking. Now in the arms of Vilea, who plays this. Now it's Kasudu Lungi who takes it back inside the Tigers 10. Last play from Lassie. Goes to the hands of Seagull. Ackland. Long ball over the top. A chance to go for the corner.
Yeah, bitches.
Malala Graham Taufa. He scores in another one for the Warriors. And it's a big scoreline now at 34-12. Nice work by Ackland.
Yeah, he's shown great composure. He's been really measured since coming on. Ackland. This time he pulls the trigger. Last play. Lassie get a dummy half. Sewell got the ball Ackland as quick as he could. He recognised that the left edge of the Tigers was caught well in field. Tupou caught in and he floats the ball high over the top. And a really nice finish. Really nice finish there from Graham Taufa. Over in the corner. Gets the footy down. And it's been comprehensive, but nice work from young Ackland. Halves have had a night out for the Warriors, haven't they?
They certainly have. Graham Southwood played just one game in his time with the Roosters at the back end of 2021. Cast your memory back to the famous incident between Latrell Mitchell and Joseph Manu.
Yeah.
Of course, that nasty facial fracture for Joey Manu, who has another one at the moment, as it turns out. He won't be appearing in the pre-season for the Roosters. The man who replaced Joseph Manu in that game after the incident with Latrell Mitchell was Moala Graham Telfer.
There you go.
Just one game in the NRL.
Big shoes to fill. Joey Manu.
Can't play a bit, that kid. Might have a future. Yeah, what a kick. It's all happening for the Warriors here tonight. They convert from wide out, and it's 36 points to 12. Watch it again. Long rainbow ball. Made an Ackland. Just want the attention there of Junior Topo. Nice finish by Graham Telfer. Played that down and scored yet another one for the Warriors. As you can see, there's a massive crowd here in Auckland tonight. It hasn't made the effort to let Mount Smart. They've been treated with a real show by the home side. Well, it's a great venue, electric when the Warriors are doing well. And after all they've been through over the past 3 seasons, COVID, of course, disrupting the NRL from March 2020 onwards. Fingers crossed there's no dramas this year. The full season in at home, and they play some entertaining rugby league. Where they finish on the table, certainly can draw a crowd at their best. They're back already in Tigers territory here. Tackles gone in this set.
Young forwards to Warriors have been tremendous, particularly in the last quarter of this match.
As Ackland on the last play puts it up. Attention there, Faye Inu. Buller with his athletic ability. He can dunk, he can do it all on the basketball court. Seeing him in the open space tonight, what he can do, but one involvement nicely. Oh, yeah. The try scored by Trey Penny earlier on. Here's a strong carry by Junior Tupou, who might have hurt a couple of Warriors on that run.
It was carnage. They were all trying to jam Tupou. He kept moving. He was evasive, and they ended up hitting each other.
Oh yeah! Beauty!
Ramsey second in similar circumstances of this second half.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's their first outing for 2023. Ilea on the end of a couple of gifts in this second 40.
Yeah, early shift here from the Tigers out to their right-hand side. Ilea all over it. Look at this. Tupou playing the footy, and then there it is. Young Tristan Riley looking to move the footy. And Vilea, who's been wonderful tonight, just sat himself right in the back line and gets another try. It's been good tonight. There's been a lot to like about the Warriors. Individually, they've all been good, but some guys that are genuinely on the cusp of playing or have been really trying to establish themselves have stood up tonight for Andrew Webster, and this man's one of them. Viliami Vilea. Big smile on his face, enjoying his footy. He looks fit, he's had a good pre-season, and he's putting it on the park early.
It has been very encouraging for the new coach, Andrew Webster. He's coached us for 3 games in the NRL, quite a disparity with Tim Sheens, of course, has coached 669 games in the NRL, returning for his second stint with the West Tigers. Ackland converts right in front, makes it 42 points to 12. And Buddy singing, like this captaincy role, I wanted to see next to my name on gallery.
Yeah, it's good to see actually these pitches here. A lot of young guys getting an opportunity to play with people they look up to and respect. Bunny Afal being a household name for the Warriors, and just sitting there educating some of the young guys on things that they've done well or things they can do better. And it's a great part of the season, this, where you can play with big numbers and unlimited interchange, and you can expose some young guys with talent to this level of footy. And that was nice to see Afal just in conversation there with his young teammates.
Solomon Vasuvalangi will Bring it back here, met by a four-man Tigers defensive unit who's driving back to his own line. 3.5 remaining in this second half. 30-point gap. Talking not that long ago, it seems, Mick, 26 points to 12. The Tigers had a chance.
Yeah, they were pressing, weren't
Put
they?
the ball down.
Yeah.
Could have made it 26 points to 18 instead. They collapsed as they gifted the Warriors a couple of tries to the Army via Leah in particular. Pick up a couple through the attack of the Warriors in the same measure. As they play it here, but into the hands of Cooler. Then Roach realised he couldn't go to the outside. Going to give away a penalty for an obstruction, so he'll just lie there and play. But one more for the Warriors. Back to it. Doing the playmaking charge down here, and the Tigers come up with it through Asu Kapoa.
First it's a charge down, and then it's a knock on.
Knocked on after the initial charge down is the call.
Yeah, good effort out of Marker. From Kapoa, and you can see there. Yeah, she's on the money again. Really sharp. She's had a good game. She's been really good tonight. Refereeing. And unfortunately for Asu Kapoa there, his effort doesn't get the reward that it deserved, and the Warriors now with another opportunity to get inside the Tigers' half. And just keep an eye on these young power forwards. Look at the footwork and the athleticism. There's some really, really good talent on show here.
And I finish with a real exclamation mark. Sayavunga takes it forward. 35 away from the Tigers line. Ackland looking in but going out. Roach good hands. Fast stepping. From the advancing Brandon Toomer, who was up in the line, couldn't wrap him up though. Had to work hard through Camero on the inside. Here is LeBlanc once again. He's only 5 metres out from the Tigers line. Seymour from dummy half. He gives a press.
Oh my God! Too easy!
Too strong for a clock trade. There it is. But icing.
Oh yeah! Yes! Whoa!
2023.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's been tremendous by you. Big, powerful, injected early in the first half as one of the first rotation middle forwards, and he came on and made an instant impact. And close to the line. Look at his body line there. Just watch how he accelerates but gets that body line close to the line, propels his body forward. Hard for them to get a good shot, and a great twist to get the footy down, and that's really nice work there from Zion and Mayu. Been good tonight, been very, very good, and great reward for effort for the big man.
8 tries now for the Warriors. They've got the bonus point for the tries, the line breaks as well. We go with the 12 for the win. The offloads, you got a tally there, Mick, on the offloads. I know you've had the pencil out, giving it across things all night, just making sure that it's all above board. Are you in charge of the official bonus points handing out?
Well, Warren, I can say that the Warriors are getting very, very close to their 10 offloads.
Right. So you're given 14 points total at the moment. Maybe time. Let's say produce a couple of offloads here. The back end of the game. 42 seconds remaining. Carson Morgan riding shotgun there with Andrew Webster. We can do no more than win and win well.
Yes.
First outing as a Warriors coach. It's a little bit of somewhat of a surprise, and yes,
oh, here we go.
Aaron Woods is back with his shoeing in front of the coach again in 2023. That's great to see. I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Do you remember?
I'm happy with Aaron Woods. We'll go with that. Yeah.
Doppelganger. Well, Woodsy and the king of the shoey here at Mount Smart. He's waited until the last moment to get a run. He was quite the feature last year. He became a cult hero, didn't he?
Yeah, I love him. I love him.
Their return to Mount Smart. The season ticket in his back pocket, good to go again. Matt Miller, Tigers' last chance here. Inside the 30. Great fun bringing you live rugby league action for the first time in 2023. A lot more to come this weekend, of course. The Dolphins to make their debut, the All-Stars game Indigenous All-Stars against the Maori on Saturday as well. But at full time here at Mount Smart Stadium, the Warriors have won and impressively so. They've beaten the Tigers 48 points to 12.
Yes, for a start, the pre-season challenge for the New Zealand Warriors back at home.
Then pre-season number 1, we got also 2 more games tomorrow, and then Saturday we got 3. Sunday I think we got about the same amount. But yeah, I'll be back with you guys on tomorrow's stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe and leave a like while you guys can, and yeah, catch you guys in the next one, boys. Peace out.